Welcome. Irrespective of your trading strategy and preferred time frame and preferred choice of trading instruments, it only makes sense that part of your portfolio be geared towards owning the biggest monster moves in the market if you knew what to look for. In other words, if you can seek and devote yourself to only the most powerful bullish phase in the history of any instrument using this simple trick that I will share with you. But first, let me set the stage. First, let me begin with an obvious candidate. And we can see here on all this data monthly chart that this move is very desirable. And even this move was desirable. But what you might not see from this visually is that this phase is more powerful than this phase. In essence, this is the desired move. Why? Well, if we take a look from a log scale, we can now see clearly that this initial phase was the most profitable. We're talking about this 2016, late 2017 move as compared to the recent move from 2020 to early 2021. So in this video, I want to show you how you can concentrate your energies to finding this most explosive phase. Let's take a look at another example. Let's take a look at Tesla. Again, this is all data monthly. And even here, we see this is a very desirable move. And there was another move right here. Now, if you take a look from a log scale, it becomes evident that the initial move in 2013 was also very desirable, relatively in terms of percentage return to this period here. Again, this is what it looks like right now, but with the log scale, this is what it looks like. And we're going to take a look at a simple hack to identify how you can own this period, which is the most explosive phase in an instrument's history for the most part. But first, let me ask you some questions. One, would you rather think like a retail trader, or would you rather have the mentality and the mindset of the big banks, the hedge funds, the institutions? 2, have you perfected your timing entry? In other words, how and when can you suspect that an instrument is about to start the biggest move it will ever have? 3, are you devoting all your energy only for day trading and scalping strategies while not giving a care to the biggest moves the market will ever give for generational wealth? And finally, 4, do you devote any time, strategy, and energy to timing IPOs, ICOs, and SPACs? So keep watching. And here we have Microsoft, and this is all data monthly. We can see that recently this instrument has gone on a tear, a huge run here, very desirable. But do you know that if we take a look at the log scale, it's going to shock you that this was a bigger return? So let's do it. And now you can see that in the late 80s and early 90s into 2000, this move was a monster move for Microsoft as compared to the recent move here. So this is the log scale. This is what it looks like, confirming that this is the most desirable period. If you had a choice, you'd rather own this than this in terms of percentage return. Everybody talks about Amazon, and rightfully so. Big move. This is all data monthly. And of course, this is a very desirable move for institutions, and devoting a portion of your portfolio for these types of moves only makes sense. This is the current view. Compare this with the log scale view. You'll see that the move here, 97 to late 99, was a big move in terms of percentage return. And we can see that yes, it's had a big move, but in comparison, this is essentially the most desirable period due to its concentration of the gains and the magnitude of the gains. In other words, you have a big move in a concentrated amount of time, a 1-2 punch. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Now, in theory, you have a choice to day trade this in and out, or you can just own that big move, or you can own this big move here in 2017 into 2018. I can tell you from an institutional standpoint, they would rather own this and not play around with intraday moves rather than be stressed out all day staring at your screen. So given a choice, would you rather own this move or you'd rather own this move? Well, by now you can tell the powerful phase comes in the initial move if you know what you're looking for. Again, this is the desirable period as compared to this recent period from a log scale. The method is very simple. I have taught this method for many years. I call it the 5 breakout or the universal law breakout. It is based on 1.618. What you're looking for as far as the RSI minimum requirement is concerned is you want your RSI for the first time ever to be moving above 61.8. This is the secret right here. This is the secret. Let's take a look at those examples again. Around May of 2016, take a look at Bitcoin and where the RSI was as it was breaking out in price. And that was your institutional entry before it went on the massive run. Take a look at Tesla, 2013, January. Take a look at where the RSI was on the monthly for the first time ever, was breaking out right there. And we can see that also corresponded with a breakout in prices, or just about to break out. There was your institutional entry before it went on that initial massive run. Take a look at Microsoft, and this is back to October of 1986. This is a weekly because the monthly was not fully developed, and the same applies. I'll have links in the description giving you more information about this method and how to time IPOs, ICOs. And you can see here that there was a move by the RSI. Take note of where the RSI was on the weekly. It's first ever moved to that level, and we can see prices were looking to break out right there. So if we just go one more month forward, bang, you got a price breakout. This is now in October of 86, and your RSI is now definitely broken out and is moving well above 61.8. And of course, I'm not talking about this here, but take a look at your MACDs based on whichever the signal line or the main line was also moving here to new highs. But for this video, we're taking a look at the RSI only. And of course, that was the institutional entry before the instrument went on a massive run, a historic run. The percentage return was amazing. Let's take a look at Amazon, and this is all the way back to 1998 August. Take note on this monthly chart that your RSI initially printed above 74. So we have to find an entry earlier on the weekly because that is the next time frame that should have been fully developed. So let's do that. If we take a look now, 1997 September, and we can take a look at this weekly chart, and we see that the initial print is moving the RSI well above 61.8 during this breakout right there. So everything is in place. And for additional color, we have our MACD also moving to all-time highs. That is your desired institutional entry point on its way to being a massive moving instrument. That was the minimum requirement and the perfect entry for that initial bullish phase. Lastly, let's take a look at Ethereum. This is January of 2016. This is the weekly because the monthly was not fully developed at the time. Take note of where your RSI is trading, and it is breaking out to all-time highs for the first time ever above 61.8. And we also have a price breakout right there. And for color, take a look at your MACDs. Again, I talk about this. There are going to be links to a playlist for more information. There is your institutional entry right there. Now, if we go forward a little bit, I'll show you a monthly entry. So now take a look. It is February of 2017. This is the monthly now. Take a look at where your RSI is trading. It started printing, and on the monthly for the first time, breaking out above 61.8 right there. You have a price breakout also. Very desirable institutional setup. And then you have your MACDs also moving to all-time highs at the time. That is how you time IPOs and ICOs. And there was your perfect institutional entry at $16 on its way to performing this huge run-up in 2017, way before the most recent run-up. So be it.